And welcome to high school basketball here on Ticket TV. Tonight we come to you live from Hermon High School. It is a Big East Class B girls semifinal matchup between the Hermon Hawks and the MDI Trojans. MDI comes in with a record of 6-7 overall, and for the Hawks they are 9-4. And let's hear from the coaches. First, we'll get the MDI perspective. Mark Paulette standing by. Oh, we got a meeting with the coaches, so that was not timed too well. So anyway, let's take a look here at the tail of the tape between these two squads, as MDI, as I mentioned, coming in with a record of 6-7, and for the Hermon Hawks, 9-4 overall. These two teams met back on February 23rd. That was a win for the Hawks. Hermon averaging 46 points per game. MDI just a tad over 40. Hermon has shot the ball a little bit better from the field, and the two teams just about even from long range. And at the free throw line, an advantage there for the Hawks. We'll see how that plays out here tonight. Rebounds per game, pretty even in that category. Both teams picking up some steals over the course of the season. And assists per game, you see Hermon there with a 2.5 assists per game average over the MDI Trojans. Do want to mention we have another game going on the radio side tonight up at Old Town, the other side of this bracket, as it is Old Town hosting Ellsworth. Old Town the number 1 seed, Ellsworth the number 4 seed. That's at Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket, and they'll tip that one off, or get that one started, I should say, at 6:45. And then, of course, here number 2 against number 3. And now let's go down on the court to Mark Paulette, and he talks with the MDI coach.
Thanks, Jim. Down here with MDI coach Brent Barker, and we were just talking, Coach. You said this is year 15 for you on the island, and I mean, under normal circumstances, having to get that energy up for a basketball game isn't something that your girls really need to do all that much of, playing on the island. I'm curious what it was like this year without the fans and the band and everything involved with it. How did your team take that extra step to really get up for each game?
That's a good question. It was tough. We have a very, very loyal following for us, and we get a lot of fans, with our band playing and stuff like that, which really motivates us. So we've had to we kind of have to talk about it, and how we prepare for games. You prepare a little differently, but coming in, a lot of these teams that we normally see, and it's just that kind of that rivalry, and it's something you see what kids really want to play and what kids how they prepare, and so but again, we miss our fans. Our fans do a lot for us, in that, and hopefully next year we'll see them back in the gym.
Absolutely, and obviously you had some success this year coming into this game, the 3 seed in your pod. Lost at Hermon here a couple of weeks ago, or actually just about a week and a half ago. Has there been any growth in your team since then? Quick turnaround, obviously.
Yeah, we played a couple games, after that, and we won both of those. And again, it's a gun. It's about making adjustments. These guys are defending Northern Maine champs from last year. They got a lot of kids that played on that team, and we're trying to do, we're going to make some adjustments and see how that works and see what we can do. I mean, for us, it's on the offensive side of the ball. We gotta make some shots and get some confidence up that way, and then we'll see what our defense does for us.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck tonight.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Mark. Mark will make his way down to talk with Chris Cameron, head coach of the Hermon Hawks. High school basketball here on Ticket TV is presented by First National Bank. Dream first because you can. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And we'll send it back to Mark.
Thanks, Jim. Back here with Hermon head coach Chris Cameron. And Chris, we have the semifinals here in the pod, but heart rate's got to be a little healthier than it was last year at this time, right? Making the run through the tournament a little more stressful than this year?
Yeah, hopefully we don't need a Charlotte Karen 3 to get us over a playoff win like last year. We've talked about it. You don't have the excitement of the crowd, the big floor and the venue at the Cross Center, but this has still been really nice. Being able to have regional playoffs and have the kids be motivated and work towards something is something that's special and needed. So I'm glad that we're able to do this.
Yeah, and I was just talking with Coach Barker about the MDI tradition down there on the island on game days. But here, I mean, this place would normally be packed for a game of this magnitude. A lot of the games we've done this year, we have seen the teams and the bench really pick up that load for, you know, bringing the energy and supplying it. Have you noticed that from your squad as well?
Yeah, I mean, with no fans in here, no band, you know, the atmosphere and the energy isn't what it normally is. So you have to kind of self-motivate and get it going yourself. So the kids that are not in the game at the time, that are, you know, on the bench, yeah, we look to them to try to get us going, bring that energy.
And an 11-point win over these MDI Trojans last week. What's it going to take to get another one here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they're well coached. They do a really nice job. So you know, we've got to come out and, you know, our goals are always try to win the battle of the boards, play good defense, and try to run the floor and score in transition first, and then play good half court offense. So we'll see what Coach Barker's going to throw at us, and we'll make our adjustments from there.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mark. So we've heard from the coaches. We'll take a quick time out here, and we'll come back with more of the pregame show. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. Welcome back to Hermon High School. Jim Churchill along with Mark Paulette. Pregame show prior to this Big East Class B girls semifinal between the MDI Trojans and the Hermon Hawks. And let's take a look at these two schools going at it here tonight. And first we'll take a look at MDI, and you see right there, good overhead view of MDI High School. Enrollment 542. The principal is Matthew Haney, and the longtime AD is Bunky Dow. And now we'll look at Hermon High School. Good look at the main entrance here at Hermon High. Enrollment approximately 500 students. The principal is Brian Walsh, and the AD is Rick Sinclair. Yeah, we're going to get the rosters and starting lineups here. PA announcements. Let's take a quick look at the results for the Hermon Hawks here in this 2021 season. And you see that matchup on February 23rd, MDI at Hermon. And that was an 11-point win for the Hawks. All right, let's send it down courtside and get the pregame announcements here.
Number 5, Taylor Allen. Number 15, Grace Wickham. Number 21, Sophia Bruffy. Number 25, Abby Farley. Number 35, Molly Gray. And number 41, Bella Brown. Now we're going to start lineups for the Trojans. A junior, number 11, Elena Alderman. A junior, number 13, Emily Carter. A junior, number 23, Leah Carroll. A junior, number 31, Olivia Gray. And a junior, number 43, Elizabeth Jones. And now for your Hermon Hawks, coached by Chris Cameron, assisted by Sean Good, Liza Meek, and Kristen Lehman. Number 2, Faith Coombs. Number 4, Lexi Lehman. Number 5, Veronica Chiquetto. Number 13, Charlotte Karen. Number 14, Ashley Cody. And number 32, Elizabeth Warren. Here are the starters for the Hawks tonight. A sophomore, number 1, Jade Lehman. A sophomore, number 3, Allie Cameron. A junior, number 11, Maddie LaBelle. A junior, number 12, Sydney Gallup. And a junior, number 23, Megan Tracy. The officials for this game are Mr. McCoon, Mr. Weatherby, and Ms. Porter McLaughlin.
All right, there you have the rosters and the starting lineups. We'll take a quick time out, and we will come back with the first possession of the ball game. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. All right, and we are ready to go. MDI against Hermon here tonight. Let's take another look at the MDI roster, and we'll quickly review their starting 5 here tonight against the Hermon Hawks. And in the starting 5 are Coach Brent Barker, Elena Alderman, Emily Carter, Leah Carroll, Olivia Gray, and Elizabeth Jones. And now let's take a look at the starting 5 for the Hermon Hawks. Sophomore Jade Lehman, sophomore Allie Cameron, junior Maddie LaBelle, junior Meg Tracy, and also junior Sydney Gallup. And it's going to be Hermon with the first possession of the ball game. Jim Churchill along with Mark Paulette here at Hermon High School. And we are underway. Thanks for joining us here on Ticket TV. Maddie LaBelle On the left side, now they go down low to Jade Lehman. She had a great game in the quarterfinal win. MDI coming out with some aggressive defense. There's a drive in the lane by Cameron. The shot up there by Tracy, no good, but the offensive rebound by Gallup. Hawks will reset. Allie Cameron, and she's going to get fouled from behind, and that foul is going to go against Leah Carroll.
A little too aggressive there on the reach-in, but yeah, that was impressive from the get-go. That MDI defense expanding and then contracting as a unit.
Yeah, 3-2 zone. Coach Barker coming out with that here against this Hermon team, which can light it up from the wings. Here's Tracy looking over the MDI defense. Goes to Cameron, and her pass is going to be picked off, and a lead pass there, and recovering to pick it up is going to be Elena Alderman. Now Elena will set up the MDI offense. Here's a shot from the left side, wide open. Shot no good there by Carter, and the rebound to the Hawks. Maddie LaBelle gets control of the basketball. Allie Cameron bounces it to Sydney Gallup. Here's Jade Lehman. She likes that spot, and she hits. She had a lot of success from that right baseline, right there hitting that 10-footer.
That's just what you're going to have to do against this MDI defense, find the soft spots in those zones wherever they come.
That might be one against the 3-2. That ball is knocked away there by Allie Cameron. You see the Hawks going to Lehman. She makes her way to that baseline and a quick turn and fire, and all net. Just about a minute and a half into this one, MDI looking to get on the board. They trail it 2-0. Leah Carroll goes inside. Elizabeth Jones now looks to the wing. Alderman bounces it outside to Olivia Gray. Now Elena will take it into the paint, use the left hand. That shot wide of the mark. Long rebound into the hands of Gray. Now a shot put up, and that one is a little short there by Leah Gray. And it's going to be taken out of there by Hermon. Quickly up ahead they go. Jade Lehman all alone. She's got an easy 2.
Fast break right there, and that's another thing you want to take advantage of when a team, like we saw those first couple possessions out of the Trojans, once they set up their defense, it's tough. If you can catch them in transition like that, you got a better chance.
Nice move there by Olivia Gray, but she could not finish, and now Olivia will pick up the personal foul. Yeah, the Hawks very efficient in the half court, but they can run as well if you give them the opportunity. And a nice look up court there by Allie Cameron. And she hits Lehman, who lays it in. All right, Hermon up by 4, and that's going to be a kick against Alderman.
Good reflexes, though.
Yeah.
I got to try to get my bearings here a little bit in the early going. Not used to calling games in a quiet gym. I got to channel my inner Jim Nance.
That's right. Well, like you talked about in the pregame interviews, the benches, we've noticed more and more as this season has gone along, providing more energy. Tracy can't get the shot to go. She'll try it again, no good. Lehman's shot, no good. And finally, Jones with the board for MDI. Gray up the left side. Olivia into the paint. Cut off there by Lehman. Here is Carter going up for the shot, and she's going to get fouled. That's Emily Carter, junior guard for Coach Barker. And Emily will toe the line here for a couple of free throws. Again, we have the other side of this Big East Class B girls semifinal action on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. Coming up at 6:45, Brian Stackpole up at McKenzie Gymnasium. Happy to have you with us here on Ticket TV. Emily Carter, 1 for 2 at the line. MDI does get on the board. They trail it by 3. LaBelle open for a 3, and she'll hit. Maddie LaBelle getting into the act early. That ups the lead to 6 for the home team. Alderman. She'll fire up a 3 from beyond the arc. A little too strong. And the rebound into the hands of Tracy. Outlets it to Cameron. Allie crosses over, and a reach-in foul there by Emily Carter. And Coach Barker is going to go to his bench as we take a look at the 3 there by Maddie LaBelle from the left side. No hesitation there by number 11.
And I think what Coach Barker is trying to do right now is even out that size advantage that Hermon has had here in the early minutes of this ball game. It is certainly proving itself out in the rebounding categories. Hermon dominating the boards in the early going.
Freshman Molly Gray into the ball game, number 35 in green. Yeah, looks like MDI has changed up that defense as well. Maybe shifting into a 2-3, and Molly Gray with the rebound there for the Trojans. Here's Jones. She's guarded by Tracy. Elizabeth into the paint, tries the up and under move, goes with the left hand. A little too hard off the window, and just one shot there for the Trojans. Cameron goes to LaBelle. Here's Lehman working that right side, gets in front of the defender there, puts it high off the window for 2 points.
That was impressive, using the top of the glass.
Not an easy angle there for Jade Lehman as we take a look at it right here. Again, got inside the defender, then straight up, just barely grazing the glass. Down through for 2. She gets fouled in the act. So Jade at the line. Free throw is up and around and off, no good. So she has 6 points. It's an 8-point lead for the Hawks. Olivia Gray pulls up her dribble. Now she's looking for help. Finally gets it off to a teammate here, Grace Witham. Grace in the lane, her shot up and off, no good. Ball tipped around and finally tracked down there by Sydney Gallup. Here's LaBelle. They look inside for Lehman, and the ball's going to be knocked away and across the near sideline by MDI. Elena Alderman coming back in for the Trojans. Olivia Gray will check out. Cameron puts it in play, gets it into Gallup. They're high above courtside here in the nest, the Hawks nest. That ball into backcourt, and it was tipped by MDI, so no violation there. Gallup brings it into the front court. Cameron had it briefly. Now they work it to the right side. LaBelle goes inside to Tracy. Her shot a little short. She gets it back, and the putback will go. Meg Tracy sticking with it. Her first 2 of the night.
Very unofficial numbers, but I have her down for 5 rebounds already. She's been very active underneath.
Here's Alderman putting up the shot. Coach Barker wanted a timeout, didn't get it.
For the best. They didn't hear that one.
That's right. Fortunate for the Trojans as they pick up their first field goal. Now LaBelle a strong take. She'll draw the foul. Right here, Coach Barker said, timeout. Shot went up, and it went down.
An assist on that bucket may go to Coach Barker's mask, muffling his words a little bit.
Maddie LaBelle hits the first of 2. Olivia Gray back in. Elizabeth Jones will take a break. Second free throw, also good by Maddie LaBelle, so a strong start for her. 5 points. 2.5 left to go here in the first quarter. MDI trying to jumpstart their offense. Alderman dribbles left. Now she goes to Witham. Grace goes to the free throw line. Here's Molly Gray. Turns. Good defense there by Tracy, forcing the kick out. And here's a drive by Carroll. Goes to Alderman for 2, and she rattles it home. So Elena Alderman, 2 straight field goals for MDI. That makes it 13-5. LaBelle will try another 3. That one's in and out, no good. Who's got the rebound? And it's going to be Jade Lehman. She'll put it up, and it rolls off, no good. Molly Gray with the board, and that's going to be off the leg of Gallup. It'll be MDI basketball. 13-5. Hawks with the lead. 1:40 left here in the first quarter. Olivia Gray deals it right to Alderman. Here's Molly Gray. She'll try a 3. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound, LaBelle looking up court to the streaking Jade Lehman, and she's going to have her shot blocked from behind by Carroll. Saved it in, but saved it into Molly Gray, who then had to go off her left foot out of bounds, so it'll be Hermon ball.
That was a LeBron James kind of play on the effort there from the Hermon Hawks. He grabbed the board and then threw the home run pass down to the other end of the court.
Yeah, they are looking up court aggressively here in the early part of this ball game. Carroll into the paint. Her shot is partially blocked. She saves it in, but right into the hands of Leah Carroll. Carroll surges up the left side. She is met there by Lehman. MDI retains possession here. Olivia Gray with it. She'll try a two, and that's going to be wide left. Witham comes up with it for MDI. Gray defended there by LaBelle. Alderman whips it left to Carroll. Leah, and she's going to get fouled by Jade Lehman. High school basketball here on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by Down East Toyota, your all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive headquarters on Wilson Street in Brewer. All roads lead to Down East.
And you can see it here at the defensive end for the Hawks. When they get set up in their team defense, we were talking about the pressure that MDI was offering in their first couple of defensive stands, but there are not many passing lanes when the Hawks are able to set things up in their end.
Good example right there. Allie Cameron getting her hand in the passing lane. Second chance here for MDI, and Leah Carroll will make it pay. She drains a two, 13-7. Lehman lobs it inside. Meg Tracy has her shot go off the iron, no good. Hawks with the offensive board, though, and they'll reset in the half court. Here's Lehman in the paint, and she'll pick up two more. Good feed there from Meg Tracy. Jade up to 8 points. The lead is 8 for the Hawks. Scoop shot there by Olivia Gray at the buzzer, no good. And at the end of one here at Hermon High School, the Hawks lead this one against the Trojans, 15-7. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. High school, Jim Churchill along with Mark Paulette and our Sportsnet main crew. Jay Baines directing tonight.
Breaking out the split screen on the broadcast.
Yeah.
We're getting big time here.
Take a look at the two benches there, MDI and Hermon. It's the postseason, Mark. In the playoffs, you're going to bring out the split screen.
We have the bells and whistles. Why not use them?
That's right. Put them to work. All right, time to get back to work here for the Trojans and the Hawks. Second quarter underway. Olivia Gray with the basketball. Hands it off to Carroll. Gray in the corner. Back to Leah Carroll. She's guarded by Jade Lehman. Lehman, the leading scorer in the ballgame, with 8. Now they look inside for Molly Gray. She'll step it out beyond the arc. Again, the Trojans averaging about 40 points per game on this 2021 season. Here's a three put up by Olivia Gray. She's got it. Good start here in the second quarter for the Trojans. Makes it 15-10.
And Hermon is giving you those passes along the perimeter. It's tough sledding to try to penetrate them on the inside, but if MDI can find their shot from the outside, they have a good chance.
Well, once you start hitting some of those, that defense has to step out a little further. That might create some opportunities inside, and there's a foul in backcourt as Olivia Gray was double teamed. Take a look at the shot here by Olivia from that left wing. Had a good look at it, and she drills it. So a little momentum here for the Trojans. Charlotte Karen in the ball game for Hermon. She's out there with Maddie LaBelle, Sydney Gallup, Meg Tracy, and Allie Cameron. For MDI, it's Elena Alderman. Molly Gray has the basketball now. Now it's Olivia Gray, Leah Carroll out there, and also Grace Witham. Here's a drive by Alderman, and her pass intended for Witham is going to be knocked away by LaBelle. Hermon comes away with it. Gallup surveys the situation on the right side. Here's Charlotte Karen. She lost her footing, and gave up the ball to Elena Alderman, who then promptly dribbled it off the back of the foot, or back of the foot there, of Sydney Gallup. But Elena got it back, and now MDI will set it up in the half court. Leah Carroll turns, fires, and hits, but we had a whistle before that and a walk. So good-looking shot there by Leah, but in setting up the feet.
Yeah, shuffled him just a bit.
Coach Barker questioning the official right now. Official describing what happened there.
Nice reenactment.
We'll step back with the basketball in her hand, and both feet going back, not just one. All right, opportunity here for Hermon as they work it around the perimeter. Here's a shot up by Allie Cameron off glass. No good. Offensive board to Gallup. And the Hawks will reset. Charlotte Caron, who had that dramatic three last year in the run by the Hawks. She'll try a three here. That three coming in the quarterfinals against John Babs. Charlotte misses, but offensive rebound to LaBelle, and the shot up by Tracy. Meg Tracy up to 4 points. Good hustle there at the offensive end by Maddie LaBelle to keep it alive for the Hawks. 17-10, Molly Gray left wide open, and she nails the three. And we've got a timeout on the floor, and we will keep it right here.
17-13. I mean, after that start that Hermon got off to, what was it, 8-1, 9-1 at one point? If you're MDI, you got to feel good about being down by just 4 with just under 5 minutes to play here in the first half.
And again, it was an 11-point win for Hermon. First time around, February 23rd, they played right here. MDI trying to keep it close here in this first half and make a run in half number 2 as we meet Charlotte Caron. I mentioned that big shot in the quarterfinal game against John Babs. That is her favorite basketball memory from last season. Again, the Hawks winning the North. Big fan of Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. All right, Hermon with the basketball out of the timeout. 4:50 left to go here in the first half. Gallup beyond the arc. Now it's Tracy in the near corner. Meg, strong skip pass to Caron across the way. Now Tracy gets it back inside, uses the left hand. Shot will not drop, and that's going to be a walk. Into the ball game, Elizabeth Wyman for Coach Cameron.
Still a strong rebound, though, kind of falling away there. Grabbed it with one hand, but went up and came back down without releasing the ball.
Here's Emily Carter for MDI. Leah Carroll, she's guarded by Wyman. Elena Alderman on the left side in front of Coach Cameron of the Hawks. Carter goes to Olivia Gray. She's got a 3 here in this first half. Leah Carroll. Her pass is going to be deflected by Meg Tracy and then knocked out of bounds by Molly Gray, so it'll be Hawk basketball. So a couple of Class B girls semifinals here in the Big East being played tonight. One in Old Town, one here in Hermon. There's also one boys Class B semifinal matchup. The game is in Ellsworth. There's a shot up and off, no good. Old Town, we saw them pick up a win against the Hermon boys the other night. They're the opponent for the Eagles, a miss there by the Hawks. The second boys semifinal in the Big East will be played tomorrow. That's WA against Orono. Hawks go inside to Tracy. She kicks it out to Wyman, and Elizabeth can't hit the jumper there from about 15 feet. Offensive rebound, though, for Charlotte Caron. Leah Carroll ended up on the floor. Now Charlotte tries the 3. It's off the back of the rim, no good. And a weak side rebound to Molly Gray.
exactly. You can just see the damage that Hermon is able to do on the offensive boards there. 3 opportunities at that end.
Olivia Gray can't hit the 3. Another rebound for Meg Tracy. She works it ahead to Gallup. Now she gets it back. Thought about the shot from the free throw line. Hands it back to her teammate Allie Cameron. Now Allie is open after getting the pass from Wyman, and her shot a little too strong. Offensive rebound by Tracy, and she tried to get it to the cutting Allie Cameron, and eventually the basketball is going to be knocked out of bounds by Leah Carroll.
Not keeping track of offensive rebounds, but Hermon's got to be getting close to double digits here. I mean, that is 3 alone on the last 2 trips.
Jade Lehman back into the ball game, as is Maddie LaBelle. Gallup and Cameron will check out. Still 17-13. Karen's 3 no good. And the rebound on the opposite side of the rim to Lehman, but she can't get the putback to go down. And we've got a tie-up, and the arrow is going to give it to the Hawks. LaBelle will put it in play. Bounces it into Tracy. Kicks it out to Charlotte Karen. Karen, Jade Lehman, Tracy, Wyman, and LaBelle on the floor right now. And we're going to get another timeout called here by Hermon, as Coach Cameron will draw something up. Jim Churchill along with Mark Paulette. As we take a look at Jade Lehman, she was the player of the game in the quarterfinal matchup for the Hawks out of Hermon, Maine. Got to be a backstory to that Iowa Hawkeyes situation there. Her favorite sports team, her favorite athlete, Paige Becker's mark out of UConn.
The only thing that I can focus on is chemistry as her favorite subject,
right.
So she is just a tad smarter than I am.
I don't know. I was gravitating to baked mac and cheese myself.
Also not a bad pick. Chemistry, questionable. Baked mac and cheese, that's all right in my book.
No doubt. All right, so Coach Cameron went to the whiteboard. Let's see what his team does here out of the timeout. 2:10 left to go in the first half. Tracy at the free throw line. Looks inside, nothing there. Goes back to Jade Lehman. Karen had it in the left corner. Now the Hawks work the right side of the floor. Charlotte moves over there. She'll try a 3 from that spot, and she will hit. Well, if that is what Coach Cameron drew up in the timeout, the Hawks executed it perfectly.
It was only a matter of time. Charlotte Karen had taken a couple attempts from deep, hadn't hit yet, but I mean, we've talked about that 3 she hit last year a couple of times, so we know she has that capability in her game.
Senior Abby Farley on the floor. So you see Charlotte getting it there in the right corner. No hesitation as she fired it up there and connected.
That was a big shot. It broke a little bit of a dry spell here. Both teams, we were stuck on that 17-13 score for a while.
It's now 20-13 and a 3-second violation against Elena Alderman. So a turnover there for the Trojans. She picked up her dribble in the lane and could not find a teammate in time. Tracy in the paint, goes up strong, scoops it up. It is no good, and it's picked off there by Farley for MDI. Olivia Gray up ahead to Alderman. Alderman looking inside for Molly Gray. She's defended closely there by Wyman. Now it's Olivia Gray on the right side. Oh, nice entry pass there, and Elizabeth Jones can't finish, and Molly Gray, though, with the offensive rebound and the putback.
Yeah, an entry pass that good deserved to have that offensive set in with some points.
Yeah. Elizabeth Jones did a great job creating the passing lane, and the pass was right on the money. That shot up and no good there by Hermon. And the rebound to Jones for MDI. Alderman thought about the 3. Her team down by 5. And they go inside to Molly Gray, and the foul from behind by Elizabeth Wyman. See that strong offensive rebound there by Molly Gray. She had a 3 earlier. That time being a force down low. Olivia Gray. Long pass comes into Alderman. Here's Farley on the near side. Abby gives to Molly Gray. Now they look inside to Elizabeth Jones. She is wide open, and she will not miss this one. Goes off the window for 2. That makes it 20-17. Just a 1-possession game. Hawks at the buzzer, and it's going to be off the front of the rim. No good by Jade Lehman. And that will do it for the first half of action. At the end of one half, it is Hermon 20 and MDI 17. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. And welcome back to Hermon High School basketball here on Ticket TV. Big East Class B girls semifinal between the MDI Trojans, the #1 seed in the regional pod, up against the #2 seed, the Hermon Hawks. Jim Churchill along with Mark Paulette here at Hermon High School. And let's take a look, Mark, at some of the first half highlights as we look at some of the championship banners here at Hermon High. Allie Cameron, nice look up court, strong pass to Jade Lehman. From the right side, she uses the window.
That was something that Hermon had to do a lot in that first half, pass the ball around when they had possession of it, because to MDI's credit, their defense, once they were set, they were hard to penetrate.
Saw the 3 there by Maddie LaBelle, one of 2 threes for the Hawks in the first half. Power move there by Jade Lehman, going high off glass for 2. She had 8 points in the first half. Here's Elena Alderman from the free throw line, hitting that jumper.
Yeah, and MDI struggled to score there for the first few minutes of the ball game, but then they hit a couple jumpers. It really seemed to lift their confidence once they saw the ball go through the rim. And then, I mean, as you're seeing right here, they started knocking it down from all over the floor.
Yeah, Alderman another 2. That shot right there off the fingertips of Leah Carroll. Here's Jade Lehman doing the dirty work inside once again for the Hawks. Olivia Gray, she had missed a 3 earlier in the first half, but she nails that one.
And that was a shot that kind of turned around the momentum a little bit in that first half. MDI was always hanging out right around 7-8 points behind, but after she hit that 3-pointer, it really closed the gap.
Here's Molly Gray from 3-point land. And then, of course, Charlotte Karen teeing one up there from the right side. That was after a timeout by Coach Chris Cameron. The miss there by Elizabeth Jones, but Molly Gray in great position there for the putback. And this time, Elizabeth Jones wide open on that right side, and she did not miss it. All right, we'll run down the scoring here. Again, Hermon with the 20-17 lead. Jade Lehman leading the way for the Hawks. She has 8. 5 for Maddie LaBelle, 4 for Meg Tracy, and 3 for Charlotte Karen for the total of 20. Meanwhile, for the MDI Trojans, 5 for Molly Gray, 4 for Elena Alderman, 3 for Olivia Gray, 2 apiece for Leah Carroll and Elizabeth Jones, and 1 for Emily Carter for their total of 17. Just taking a look at some of the other numbers here, Jade Lehman, along with her 8 points, she has 4 rebounds and 1 assist, and 3 rebounds in this first half for Sydney Gallup, and 8 rebounds for Meg Tracy. She's been a force on the glass for the Hawks here in half number 1. And for MDI, 4 rebounds for Molly Gray, leading in that category there for the Trojans. All right, we'll take a timeout here in the halftime report. We'll come back with more. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV.
Remember when the vehicles looked like this? But you didn't have to think twice about the price of gas. And the man at the filling station pumped the gas for you. We're not likely to see prices like this again soon, but if you're looking for great gas mileage, come see us at Down East Toyota. Right now, lease this all-new 2021 Venza LE for just $369 a month for 36 months. And get an impressive 39 miles per gallon. Only your first payment is due at signing. Fill her up for less in a new Toyota. All roads lead to Down East Toyota on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Nothing runs like a deer.
Whether you have a lawn to mow, a driveway to plow, or a garden to till, our customers know you can't beat the quality and reliability of a John Deere.
And right now at Greenway Equipment Sales, we have a great offer for you.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 60 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith Brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
Back at Hermon High School, you see the scoreboard here at Hermon High. Home team with the 3-point lead over the MDI Trojans in this Big East Class B semifinal in this 2021 season. As things wind down on the basketball courts, but still plenty of action coming your way next week, championship week here in the regional pods, as they'll have the Class A and Class B championships on Tuesday, and then the AB matchups coming up a week from tonight. As you take a look at the two teams, MDI out on the floor getting some warm-ups in. Meanwhile, Chris Cameron counseling his team on what they need to do in half number 2. Again, the team's not going into the locker rooms here in this 2021 season. All right, let's meet some more Hawks here at the half. And we'll start with Megan Tracy, number 23, hailing from Levant, Maine. Her favorite sports team, the LA Lakers. And she's fans, her favorite athletes, Maddie LaBelle, one of her teammates, a fellow junior, and Chris Cameron, her head coach. College chemistry is her favorite class. She likes ice cream. Next to basketball, I like this. Her favorite sport is cheerleading and sitting with Grace Page pregame. Now, Grace Page, who graduated, and she was a Northern Maine champion last year as the Hawks won the North, but she was a very, very intense basketball player out there, so I can understand why Meg would be thinking about sitting with Grace Page prior to their ball games.
And Meg one-upping the last Hawk we met, college chemistry as opposed to just your standard chemistry. Either way, I'm not qualified for either.
Let's meet another Hawk here at the half. Ashley Cody, number 14, also from Levant, her favorite sports team, the Golden State Warriors. No surprise, her favorite athlete, Steph Curry. Her favorite class, junior ROTC. She loves those Olive Garden breadsticks, Mark.
I mean, let's be real, they're the best part of the meal.
Just give me the breadsticks and the salad. It's all
fall over backwards, almost pulled a Joe Castiglione.
And next to basketball, her favorite sport is soccer, and winning that North Championship last year is her favorite basketball memory. And now we'll meet Maddie LaBelle, another junior forward on this Hermon Hawk team. She hails from Hermon. Her favorite team is the Boston Celtics. Favorite athlete, Kobe Bryant. Hard to believe, what was it, last week or the week before was the 1-year anniversary of Kobe's death. And her favorite class is math. And she likes rice from Kobe Restaurant. Next to basketball, her favorite sport is soccer. And favorite basketball memory, playing in that state game at the Cross Insurance Center last year against Wells. Unfortunately for the Hawks, they came up short in that ball game. All right, now let's take a look at the bracket. Again, up at Old Town. That game should be starting here very soon in about 11 minutes' time. Ellsworth at Old Town at McKenzie Gymnasium. Brian Stackpole has the call of that one on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. And the 3-2 matchup right here in Hermon. Now we're going to start a little early here for half number 2. MDI will have the basketball first. Olivia Gray with it. Now it's out to Elena Alderman. So Alderman, Leah Carroll, Olivia Gray, Elizabeth Jones, and Emily Carter. Same 5 that started the ball game for Coach Brent Barker. And the same starters out there for Coach Cameron as well. Here's Elizabeth Jones. Nice use of the left hand, but left it short. Quickly up ahead, it's Jade Lehman. She got the pass there from Maddie LaBelle. And Jade lays it in. She is into double figures with 10. So another quick start for the Hawks. MDI down by 5. Here's a spin move by Elizabeth Jones, and it works. She's got 4. Allie Cameron, Maddie LaBelle, Meg Tracy, Sydney Gallup, and Jade Lehman on the floor for Coach Cameron. Here's Tracy, her shot up with the left hand, and
she comes up a little hobbled.
Yeah, that left leg. She is making her way up the floor, but she is in a bit of pain, and there's going to be a walk against Leah Carroll.
It's the second time we've seen an MDI Trojan get called for a walk, trying to set their feet for a jump shot.
I think Tracy's going to take a seat over there on the Hermon bench. Elizabeth Wyman coming in. 22-19. Here's a shot put up by Lehman from the right elbow, and she'll hit it. Cannot give her that much room.
Dozen points now for her.
Hawks get their 5-point lead back. Jones sets a screen there for Alderman. Elena cannot hit the three. Allie Cameron with the rebound for the Hawks. Splits the defense. Now they look inside for Wyman. She is triple teamed, but gets it out to Jade Lehman, this time from the left elbow. She cannot hit the shot. And the offensive board, another one there for Hermon. Maddie LaBelle with that board. Here's the nice pass from LaBelle out to Lehman on that right elbow, and she drains it. And now we've got a timeout on the floor, and we will take a quick timeout as well. 24-19, Hawks with the lead. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. We are back here in Hermon. Jim Churchill, Mark Paulette. Hermon with the basketball out of the timeout. Sydney Gallup's shot is blocked. Jade Lehman keeps it alive for the Hawks. Now the pass by Elizabeth Wyman tipped, but Lehman tracks it down again. Here's Jade at the elbow. Passes it back to Cameron. Allie lost it briefly, but gets it back. On the wing. Now inside they go to Wyman. Nice power move there. Goes up with the left hand, no good. But the Hawks keep it alive, and Mark Hermon has dominated the glass in this one.
Yeah, 2 more rebounds there, unofficial. Hermon out-rebounding MDI, now 26-11.
I might say that's the biggest difference in the ball game. There's Leah Carroll going off glass, no good, but she follows her shot and gets fouled on the way up. So Leah Carroll will be at the line. Nice hustle there by number 23. Out of her hand, it did not feel good, so she followed up. And her free throw is good.
Just had to touch every part of the rim first.
Touched a lot of iron there. She's up to 3 points. Spins the basketball, dips, and hits. 2 for 2 at the line for Leah. She's got 4 points. Her team to within 3. They lost to the Hawks earlier this year by 11. LaBelle in the paint. Left-handed shot off. Rebound to MDI. A couple of grays out there. Molly and Olivia. If I remember correctly, they are cousins, Mark. And there's Molly picking up 2 more. She got the feed from Olivia.
And for a game that Hermon is kind of dominating in the box score outside of points, this is now a 1-score affair.
Elizabeth Wyman, though, for Hermon, got the feed and went up strong with the left hand. She picks up her first 2 of the night. 26-23. They lob it inside again for Molly Gray off her fingertips. Alderman picked it up. Her shot from the baseline, a miss, and the rebound to the Hawks. Allie Cameron goes to LaBelle on the left side. Here's Wyman on the left baseline. Cameron cuts through the lane. Her shot is blocked. Ball knocked away by Jade Lehman, picked up by Cameron. Gallup thought about the shot, but it's going to be a 3-second violation against the Hawks. For outdoor power equipment from John Deere, Steel, Honda, Ariens, and more, see the Smith Brothers at Greenway Equipment Sales in Ellsworth and Bangor. It's Olivia Gray between the circles. She's guarded by LaBelle, takes it to the right wing. Gets it off to Molly Gray. She puts it to the floor, backs in. Now she's caught in the paint. Bounces it to Leah Carroll. Leah saves it in, now flings it into Molly Gray, MDI keeping it alive. Here's Molly, just a freshman, spinning. Off glass, no good. Gets it back, and the putback will go.
That was impressive. First the move to get that first shot away, and then grabbing her own miss.
Molly up to 9. It's a 1-point ball game. And Jade Lehman has to go between her legs, and that'll be a turnover for the Hawks. Here's Molly Gray going to work against Elizabeth Wyman. So we have another timeout on the floor. Molly backs in. First shot. Tough angle. Gets it back, though, and goes up off glass for 2 points. So the leading scorers in the ball game for Hermon, Jade Lehman with 12. And it's Molly Gray with 9 for MDI.
Yeah, and that last possession right there for the Hermon Hawks, that might have been the basketball gods, whatever you want to call it, evening out the play, because the last few times down for the MDI Trojans, they were getting their hands in the passing lanes, had 4 or 5 tip passes, but each time there was a Hermon Hawk right there to save it from being a turnover before it just trickled out of bounds.
Let's meet another Hawk, Allie Cameron, number 3 for Hermon. Favorite team, the Lakers. Favorite athlete, Kobe Bryant. She likes English. She's also a fan of those Olive Garden breadsticks. Soccer's her next favorite sport.
Favorite moment? Watching Charlotte Cairns 3 last year.
It was a big moment for the Hawks. Saved the day in that quarterfinal matchup against John Bapst. Tied it up at the buzzer, and then the Hawks would go on to win over the Crusaders in overtime, and then pick up 2 more wins before losing to Wells in the state championship game.
A little bit of an early whistle right there. Didn't matter because Hermon ended up with the possession arrow, but Maddie LaBelle looked like she had herself a steal there, called a tie-up.
Here's Karen along the left baseline, and now a tie-up. And the arrow in the favor of MDI.
Now that's a tie-up. That is what some might call a muscle tussle.
Some might. All right, MDI, chance to take the lead again, down by just 1. Olivia Gray open for 3. That's wide left. Offensive rebound, though, for Emily Carter. A shot off the bottom of the backboard, but she gets fouled on the way up. Good read here by Emily. Getting inside Allie Cameron, and then the foul. So Emily at the line.
That missed 3 just turned out to be a perfect pass.
She's 1 for 2 at the line. And now 1 for 3. Megan Tracy appears to be okay. She checks back into the ball game. Allie Cameron out. Second free throw for Emily Carter, and it's up and good. And we are tied at 26. 2:15 left to go here in the third quarter, and that basketball kick there by Carter as Gallup was trying to feed Tracy on that right block.
Yeah, a tie game right now. You think back to a couple of plays early on in this one. One was the MDI jumper from the free throw line where Brent Barker was calling for a timeout.
Sydney Gallup for 3 from the right corner as she jumps into the scorebook for the first time. Big 3 there for the Hawks. Carter bounces it out to Olivia Gray. Dribbles inside the arc. Now it's Emily Carter with it again. Olivia Gray bouncing it inside to Leah Carroll, and she turns, uses the left hand off glass for 2 points.
Great drop-off pass there, but an even better spin and finish.
Leah, 4 points in the quarter, 6 in the ball game, and it's a 1-point affair once again. Here's LaBelle. Goes outside to Gallup. She's feeling it, but left this one shy of the mark off the front of the rim. Another rebound for Meg Tracy.
Unofficially her 10th of this ball game.
Now Jade Lehman's going to back it out, let her teammates get lined up. And that bounce pass knocked out of bounds by Molly Tracy. And it comes to LaBelle. Junior goes to the sophomore, Jade Lehman. Her three, no good. And the ball is going to be out of bounds off of MDI. Jade Lehman will trigger it along the baseline. Up top, it's LaBelle. Lehman on the left side. Nice cut there. And the shot up by Charlotte Karen. She'll draw the foul. Ball go to the left side and dribble right by Jade Lehman, creating a little passing lane for the cutting Charlotte Karen.
Yeah, nice entry pass right there off the bounce.
Charlotte at the line, and she's got the first one. She's got 4 points now. Her team leads by 2. Leah Carroll checking out of the ball game for Coach Barker. Elizabeth Jones back in for the Trojans. Charlotte's second free throw, and she rattles that one in. 2 big free throws there for Charlotte and the Hawks. Lead is back to 3. Number 2 against number 3 in this Big East semifinal. No surprise, we've got a tight one here as Olivia Gray cannot hit the 3, and another board for Meg Tracy. Pass deflected into the scorers table by Molly Gray.
You really just don't even have to look twice at who grabs a rebound for White. You just assume it's Meg Tracy at this point.
Down to 25 seconds. Let's see if the Hawks hold it for the final shot in this third quarter. Lehman and LaBelle playing pass. Maddie LaBelle left open, and that one off the back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Karen up. Her shot no good. Tipped around. Tracy comes away with it. Out top to Lehman. Down to 4 seconds. Jade Lehman for a 3, and that is no good. And that will do it for the third quarter of action. At the end of 3 here in Hermon, the Hawks 31, the Trojans 28. Keep it right here for fourth quarter action on Ticket TV. Coastal Auto Parts, the proud local owner of Napa Auto Parts stores throughout the state of Maine, is pleased to sponsor this high school basketball game. Elena Alderman gets a break for MDI. Leah Carroll back in. Inbounds pass comes to Molly Gray, and she'll get fouled by Meg Tracy. 2 free throws for Molly Gray. 9 points for the freshman. And she is into double figures, hitting that first attempt. Molly can tie it, but we've got a violation. It's going to go against MDI, so take away that free throw.
That's now 3 points that they've lost out on in a one-score game. You think back to the first half when there's that traveling violation before a made jumper and the lane violation right there.
Hawks work it around the perimeter. Gallup has it on the left wing. Tracy goes out deep to Allie Cameron. She steps inside the free throw line and she'll hit the deuce. Allie Cameron with her first points of the evening. Pass up ahead to Leah Carroll. Can she save it in? She will, but right into the hands of Sydney Gallup. Gallup steaming up the right side, takes it all the way in, misses the shot, and it's going to be Jade Lehman with the putback. 2 more for Jade. She's got 14, and the Hermon lead is up to 5. And another turnover here by MDI. Lead pass for LaBelle. Maddie off glass for 2. And a run here for the Hawks, and a timeout called by Brent Barker. Of course, Bert, his father, longtime coach for the Trojans, had a ton of success, and Brent has stepped in and carried on the great tradition for MDI girls basketball. But you see him talking with his troops right there. Got a break in the action, so let's meet another Hawk or two. Sydney Gallup from Hermon, her favorite sports team, U.S. Women's Soccer. Alex Morgan, pretty good soccer player. Favorite class, math. Favorite food, Mark, anything chocolate. Now, you're not a fan of chocolate, right?
No, I'm a fruity man, so I guess I'm at the other end of the spectrum.
Fan of soccer, and she likes the bus rides. All right, out of the timeout, MDI with the ball. All kinds of time left in this one, 4:40. But Hawks a little spurred here in this fourth quarter. They have taken a 7-point lead. Molly Gray can't get the left-handed shot to go. Trojans keep it alive. Carroll shot up, no good. Molly Gray had it briefly, but her shot is blocked from behind by Jade Lehman. And now Jade has it taken away by Leah Carroll, but Leah can't control the basketball. Lost it across the end line, so it'll be MDI ball.
Yeah, Meg Tracy has been so crucial on the boards for Hermon in this game, unofficially with 11 rebounds, a couple assists on the last few possessions for the Hermon Hawks that have sprung this little run they're on.
Allie Cameron lobs it inside, pass intended for Tracy, and a takeaway here for the Trojans. Elena Alderman at the free throw line. Molly Gray kicks out to Olivia Gray, and that one in and out, no good. Offensive rebound by Witham. Alderman will tee up a 3. That is short. And finally, the Hawks come away with it. Cameron up the right side of the court. Veers left. Maddie LaBelle drives in the paint. Puts a runner up. No good. And Carroll with the rebound for MDI. Trojans could use a hoop right here, but a rejection there by Meg Tracy. Molly Gray went up for the shot, and Tracy swatted it out of there with the left hand. Here's Tracy on the left baseline. Trojans more than happy to chew up some time here with their offensive possessions. One thing you got to be careful of is to get out of your game. They've certainly played very well here in this fourth quarter. And a foul there by Leah Carroll. While we have a moment, we'll meet another Hawk, Lexi Lehman, number 4. Her favorite sports team, the Green Bay Packers, and she is a super fan of her sister Jade. Lexi, the lone senior on this Hermon team. Jade, just a sophomore. Favorite subject, Mark? Finance.
Good business, finance, chemistry.
Hawks with the basketball and a 7-point lead. 2:40 left to go in the ball game. Hermon trying to advance to the Class B final in this Big East pod. Shot blocked there by Leah Carroll. Allie Cameron put that one up. Off MDI. Now MDI extending their defense. Player to player. Olivia Gray trying to get her hand in on the basketball. Hermon playing keep away. Cameron gets around the double team and a foul here against Olivia Gray. All right, we got a timeout on the floor and correction, Mark.
Yes, we got people messaging me on Facebook for your words. I can't be held responsible.
Well, no, I said if I recall correctly, which obviously I didn't, I thought Olivia and I swear to God, Chris Popper was talking about two sisters and that they were cousins, but in fact, you have word that they are sisters.
I do indeed, thanks to someone watching this game, Molly Gray and Olivia Gray's sisters. Their mom is Jen Gott, now Jen Gray.
A very good basketball player at MDI. All right, heading down the home stretch in this one, we'll meet another Hawk, Elizabeth Wyman, her favorite sports team, the Chicago Bulls. Elena Deladon, pretty good basketball player out of Delaware. Anatomy and physiology. She may want to be a doctor someday.
I'm getting the idea this is a fairly smart team that the Hermon Hawks are fielding.
What was your favorite class in high school, Mark?
Lunch.
Ah. All right, under 2 minutes left. Still a 7-point lead here for the Hawks. And another foul here by Olivia Gray. Going to be Hawk basketball. Allie Cameron gets it into Sydney Gallup. And another MDI foul. It's going to be the third on Emily Carter. Team 6, so the next one will finally put the Hawks at the line. And Jade Lehman was triple teamed, almost a steal there by MDI, but the foul's going to go against Olivia Gray.
And not a call that Coach Brent Barker is too pleased about. It looked like MDI may have been in position there to grab the steal, but call goes against them.
It's going to put Allie Cameron at the free throw line. And her free throw is good, so she will get one more. Allie up to 3 points. Second one. Around the rim and out. Here come the Trojans. Leah Carroll with a strong push, but can't finish. Just one shot there for the Trojans. And Cameron will get fouled again. And let's meet Faith Coombs here out of Hermon. Love Faith. She's an outstanding student, athlete, but she's a fan of the New York Yankees.
Yeah,
we'll overlook it.
Led down the wrong path somewhere along the line.
Math, mac and cheese, softball, golf, and she's also a big fan of the bus rides.
Looks like we got a technical here on the floor.
Aha.
Oh, and Jay's giving me a sign that I'm not a referee. Intentional foul, clear path. I'm just going to roll through them all.
Intentional foul, so a couple of free throws made there by Allie Cameron. She's 3 for 4 at the line. Tack on 2 more for the Hawks, and they lead it by 10. So a strong fourth quarter for Hermon. It was 31-28 heading into this fourth quarter. Hawks outscoring the Trojans by 7. And another foul here. This one is going to be charged to Leah Carroll. Going to put Maddie LaBelle at the line for Hermon.
Strong game for her. She steps the line with 10 points. Make it 11 now. 3 rebounds, 4 assists, doing a little bit of everything for the Hawks.
6 points here in the fourth quarter. Make it 7 in the quarter, 12 in the game for Maddie. She's got 2 threes on the night. And the Hawks in very good position to advance to the finals. Elena Alderman goes to Leah Carroll. Jumper is good. And a quick timeout called here by Coach Brent Barker. Leah Carroll now with 8 points. And let's meet Veronica Cicchetto from Hermon. I see this, like I said the last game we were doing these Meet the Hawks. I appreciate this. Like, if she doesn't have one or she's undecided, just, you know, don't throw something out there. Just being very honest there. Favorite class, subject, science. Now this is a girl after my own heart here, Mark. Favorite food is strawberries.
Something Tom Brady would not agree with. Can't have those nightshades.
Yeah. Likes golf and going to Vermont. She has family there, but all right. Look at the Trojans coming back on the floor, and Coach Cameron and his charges across the way. .110 on the clock. Hermon up by 10. Full court pressure coming here from the Trojans, and a foul in backcourt. It's going to go against Grace Witham. And a quick switch. We're playing a little offense-defense here. 3 Trojans getting set to come into the ball game.
Well, it's foul time for the Trojans, so might as well use some of the kids that haven't played a lot of minutes in this game, haven't racked up the fouls, send them out there to send Hermon to the line and try to extend this one as long as you can.
Problem is Allie Cameron and Maddie LaBelle are hitting the free throws here in the fourth quarter. So Elizabeth Jones, Grace Witham, and Molly Ritter are going to check out for the Trojans. Olivia Gray, Leah Carroll, and Emily Carter back in. Cameron's free throw, no good this time, and a tie-up. And it's going to be MDI basketball. Stay tuned after the ball game for the post-game show. We'll run down through the numbers. We'll get you the highlights from this second half. And a foul coming here against the Hawks. That is just their 5th team foul, so MDI will put it in play from underneath their own basket. And we'll put Mark Paulette to work. We'll send him down on the floor for a post-game interview or two. Shot blocked there by the Hawks. Olivia Gray gets it into Leah Carroll. There's a step back by Leah. Shot will not fall, and the rebound to Maddie LaBelle. Gallup, cross-court pass, knocked out of bounds by Molly Gray. And here comes a line shift for Coach Barker as Ritter, Witham, and Jones back in. Pass comes into Charlotte Caron. Goes across the lane to LaBelle, 35 seconds left. Here's a takeaway by Molly Gray. Molly going in, goes up with a left hand, misses the shot, but a foul against LaBelle, so Molly will be at the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, rewarded there for a nice aggressive steal on the defensive end. Just attacked that passing lane, took the ball away.
High school basketball here on Ticket TV, presented by First National Bank. Dream first because you can. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. free throw no good by Molly. She's had a good night, 12 points. Again, just a freshman. Second free throw, too hard. Rebound to Hermon. There's Sydney Gallup trying to keep it alive. Grace Witham comes up with it, and she'll hit in the lane. Grace now with 4 points in this quarter. Pressure in backcourt, and a foul from behind. It's going to be charged to Molly Gray, and it's going to put Allie Cameron back at the line. So Allie Cameron going to the line. All of her points coming in the fourth quarter. She's 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Has a field goal as well. Here's the shot put up by Allie. And that is good. Make it 5 for 7 from the stripe. Carol Carter and Olivia Gray back in here for the Trojans. All of the Hawks have left the lane. They are back on the defensive half of the floor. Cameron 1 for 2 at the line. 47-37. Here's a shot up by Emily Carter. That's a 3. And another quick timeout here by Brent Barker. And he's going to make the move again. Jones, Witham, and Ritter coming back in with 7.6 up on the clock. Emily Carter with the 3. She now has 5 points.
7-point game, 7.6 on the clock. I don't know, a little Tracy McGrady time, Reggie Miller.
If we can get Jay Baines, our director, to bring up those, as you look at the brackets there, getting that Ellsworth-Old Town game underway. That Old Town team very tough, but taking a look at the Hermon results. Just want to see how they fared against Old Town. Say they lost at Old Town early in the season. And it comes to Allie Cameron, and she gets it all the way to midcourt before she's fouled. So about 4.5 seconds departed from the clock here at Hermon High School. And was that their only matchup?
Yeah, just one meeting, yep. That 8-point affair back on the 26th.
Now, we don't want to shortchange Ellsworth. That game probably about halfway through at this point. Try to get an update from Brian Stackpole, who's broadcasting that one on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. And that will do it in this one. The Hermon Hawks will advance to the Big East final in Class B girls, and they'll be taking on either the Old Town Coyotes or the Ellsworth Eagles as they defeat the MDI Trojans here tonight by a score of 49-40. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with a post. Welcome back to Hermon High School. Lost you there for just a second as the Hermon Hawks defeat the MDI Trojans here tonight by a final of 49-40. And let's get some post-game reaction here as Mark Paulette standing by with a victorious coach.
All right, Coach, down here with head coach of the Hermon Hawks, the victorious Hermon Hawks, Chris Cameron. It's got to feel good to hear. And first thing, I mean, the big takeaway, unofficially, had you guys down for about a 14 rebound edge. That seemed to be the big difference in the game, that and the intensity on defense. Just talk a little about those aspects of the game.
Well, that was one of our goals going in. Like every game, we want to win the battle of the boards. You know, if we can play good defense and rebound, that leads to our transition opportunities. It leads to, you know, just getting into our offense. So pleased to hear that.
And just heard right there that looks like the next game coming up Tuesday night. You got practice tomorrow morning, back at it, and getting ready to play your next opponent. Don't quite know who it is yet. We saw Old Town a big lead at halftime. I think it's 32-9 in that contest. So whoever it is, you got a couple days to prepare for the championship game.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. Again, like we said before the game started, it's not the Cross Center, but this is still fun. You know, regional pride and just these type of playoffs are something to stay motivated for. You know, quick turnaround, have celebrate this one a little bit tonight and get back tomorrow working on our game plan for the next one.
Yeah, you talk about that quick turnaround. Sounded like the girls were real excited to get here bright and early tomorrow morning.
They're not fans of the early morning practice, but we'll go. It's not even that early, 9 to 11, and we'll give them the rest of the day to do their thing. But no, it's exciting. No matter if it's Old Town or Ellsworth, both good teams. We'll be excited and ready to play.
All right. Well, the hard work's paying off, Coach. Thank you for your time, and best of luck on Tuesday.
Excellent. Hey, thank you guys for all you do. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks to Mark and Coach Cameron. And we'll try to track down one of the Hermon Hawk players here in just a second. And while we have a chance, we'll take a look at the bracket, and you'll move Hermon into the winner in that semifinal. They'll be facing off against either Old Town or Ellsworth coming up on Tuesday night. And let's go back to the floor. Here's Mark with one of the winning players.
Thanks, Jim. Down here with one of the stars of the game for the Hermon Hawks, Maddie LaBelle. Had you down for about 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, doing a little bit of everything to help your team win.
Yep. I knew what I had to do, so I just tried to execute and use all my teammates.
Yeah, no, I was joking a little bit with Coach Cameron. He said 9 o'clock practice tomorrow morning. You guys all sounded real excited for that. But, I mean, hey, it's paying off, right? You're in the championship game.
I'm definitely not a morning person, so when he said 9 a.m., I was not very excited. But I know that we need the practice to beat Old Town, or to beat the other team.
Yeah, and I think the halftime score was 32-9. Old Town was on top. So, I mean, they're the top team in this pod. But you guys got to be feeling pretty good about yourselves. I think tonight was the 10th win of the season for you.
Yep, it was. And we know that Old Town is a very good team, so we definitely have to get a lot of practice in.
All right, well, Maddie, good job tonight, and thanks for taking a couple minutes.
Thank you.
All right, Maddie LaBelle with our Mark Paulette down on the floor here at Hermon High School. Again, the Hawks victorious 49-40. All right, we'll take a quick break here, and we'll come back with the highlights from this win for the Hawks. And we'll also look ahead to the upcoming action here on Ticket TV and Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. Back at Hermon High School, Jim Churchill, Mark Paulette, and our Ticket TV crew. And let's take a look at some of the highlights from the second half here tonight. Maddie LaBelle, Mark just talked with her, junior nailing that three from the left side. Meg Tracy was a force on the glass here tonight. Outlets it to Sydney Gallup, and she fires a strike up court to Jade Lehman, who goes straight to the hole for 2. MDI hung around. It was just a 3-point game heading into the fourth quarter. Nice post move there by Elizabeth Jones. And here's Molly Gray, the freshman. She had 12 points here tonight for MDI. And Elizabeth Wyman getting the feed there in the paint, and she goes up strong for 2 points with the left hand. Jade Lehman wide open in that right corner is Gallup for Hermon. Splash down there for the Hawks. Here's Olivia Gray. Fakes the shot, goes inside. Leah Carroll goes off glass for 2 points. And here's Elizabeth Jones with another strong post move. Tacking on 2 more to her total. Allie Cameron. She was strong in the fourth quarter. She nails the jumper right there. And the Hawks prevail 49-40. All right, let's run down the scoring in this one. First for the victors, 14 points for Jade Lehman, 12 for Maddie LaBelle, 9 for Allie Cameron, all of them coming in the fourth quarter, and 7 of them from the free throw line. 5 points for Charlotte Karen, 4 points for Meg Tracy, along with a bundle of rebounds. 3 points for Sydney Gallup, and 2 points for Elizabeth Wyman. And for the MDI Trojans, as they play their final game here tonight of the 2021 season, as they finish up at 6-8, leading the way for them, as I mentioned, Molly Gray, she had 12. 8 points for Leah Carroll, and then it was 6 for Elizabeth Jones, 5 points for Emily Carter, 4 apiece for Grace Witham and Elena Alderman, 3 points for Olivia Gray for their total of 40. Any more updates on that Old Town score, Mark?
Haven't seen one yet, but the 23-point cushion at halftime for the Coyotes. So looks like, anyways, through half of that contest, setting up a 1 versus 2 matchup in the Big East Final coming up on Tuesday night.
Yes, indeed. Did you have some other numbers there that you wanted to mention? How many rebounds did Meg Tracy? How many rebounds did you have for her?
Finished up with 11, 9 of those coming in the first half. So she was very busy to help Hermon get off to that strong start. It had Hermon out-rebounding MDI unofficially 34-20. We heard Maddie LaBelle right around 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Jade Lehman had 5 rebounds as well for the Hermon Hawks. And then for MDI, it was really Molly Gray. She had 12 points, 8 boards, a strong showing to keep them in the game for a majority of that second half.
All right, and looking ahead to next week, keep it tuned to Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket, and check out 929theticket.com, and we'll have our broadcast schedule coming up next week. We'll sort that out over the next 48 hours, but looking forward to a championship week here in the Big East pod. I want to thank you, Mark. Good job here tonight. Mark Paulette, and also Jay Baines, who was our director here tonight, and our camera crew of Max Pottle, Evan Susi, and Marcus Caesar, doing a great job as well. I'm Jim Churchill saying so long from Hermon. The final in this one, the Hawks 49, the Trojans 40. This has been high school basketball on Ticket TV.